I titled this video Making Things Up. And the thing that was made up was a workout. It was a workout from yesterday. It was before the wall ball piece. Some of you guys may have seen Quinn Robinson, who is the second most jacked dude, second best physique. Sorry, I shouldn't say second most jacked because there are certainly people more jacked than Quinn, but there's something about the symmetry, the muscle mass per pound of body weight in relation to his leanness. And at Crash Crucible, I was looking at him. I was looking at him right next to Mason. What's up, Ed? Omar, yo, what's up? Good morning. Good to see you here. How is it possible that, oh, okay, 6 people, 3 comments. Avery, so much content lately. My favorite Christmas gift. Cool. Yeah. And thanks for being here for all of it, Avery. Cool. As I was looking at them, I was like, damn, these guys look great. Quinn, second most jacked, and also like he's someone to look out for this year. It's exactly why. And for those of you who missed the video yesterday, it was the workout of the day. It's right here. It was this guy, right? I remember when I wrote this workout, I knew it would be a pain in the butt. In the middle of doing it, that was confirmed. But then for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, first of all, why not? Second of all, I brought up how this kind of originated from the TDC challenge, which was he would just put things up and people would do them and he would send them assault bikes and money and stuff. And I thought that it was really fun for the community to potentially see stuff like this. And I wanted at least my community and then whomever, like this is a live stream for everyone to watch, can see something like Quinn, who probably just did that as a warm-up, right? 30 wall ball, 30-second rest, no big deal. By 5 rounds, 150 wall balls for these guys at this point in time is absolutely no big deal. And then the 1K row afterwards, which he held on to a pace that, in my opinion, was crazy. It's that 310. That 310 row, guys, after the wall balls. Do you guys remember the online games of 2020? And this is why I like doing live streams, because I like to see where my head goes with it. I'm going to pull up the 2020 CrossFit games, and we're going to look at the leaderboards. I think they had a 1K row. 2020 games. Didn't they have a 1K row? Yeah, right here. Hell yeah. Get a little closer in on that. So Quinn Robinson on his 1K row, which was a online portion of the games that year. I think it was the top 20, if I'm not mistaken, from the open, went to the online portion of the games, and they sent out the level 1 judges to everybody around the world. This is when CrossFit was still kind of booming. Quinn's 310 row, I mean, hell, it wouldn't have beaten anybody. But Adam Davidson, fresh, was at 308. Tyler Christoffel, another Mayhem dude, 308. Scott Tetlow, he's been around. You know, he's the other guy who's really good at squatting. 305. He's in like a couple of the Bill Leahy videos. Jacob Hepner, very popular name, 304. So Quinn Robinson in the year 2025, after doing all of those wall balls, 150 wall balls, which really we're finding isn't too big of a deal for anybody, especially when you give him that 30-second break. I would imagine that he could probably finish 255, 15 seconds quicker on that 1K, which is putting him in 7th in the online games that year. He's up there with Patrick Vellner, who everyone knows. Patrick Vellner, Brent Fikowski, 254. Roman Krennikov, 248. Could he do that? Probably. I don't know. That's kind of 22 seconds is a long ways away. Knew I should have gone harder. We're talking about Quinn Robinson and his 1K row, which was a 310 after the 150 wall balls. I thought it was wicked. Watching Haley go all out on that row was nuts. Yeah, I remember that. Insane. The fact that he almost beat Adam Davidson, Tyler Christoffel at 308, who they were just doing it fresh, guys. Remember, that was just a 1K row. Crazy. Insane. And I did title this thing Making Things Up, right? And before that workout, I think Alexis was low on time, and I wanted to make sure that we got this workout in. So in the spirit of making sure that we got in the workout that I was looking forward to, did the content on, had the challenge in relation to, there's this that happened before it. We did not get this in. So today we want to make sure we made it up. And I'm going to show you the video of us doing the back portion of this. We've been building on this for a couple of weeks, which is why we wanted to make sure that we made it up. And I have people who ask questions about this all the time. It's like, what happens if I miss a workout? Well, number one, I always say on Sundays are the best day to make up something that you had missed. I'll always write things on Sunday. And this has been the same for, I don't know, 10 years at this point. This is what's written on Sunday. Long and slow. Go do something outside. Do it for an hour. It's something that I'll talk about on the live streams. Option 2, make up a workout from earlier this week, which is what I'm talking about right now. Stretch for 20 to 30 minutes. Option 4, do absolutely nothing other than something that you want to do. Maybe more fitness. Do whatever you want. And then, of course, I have the mile run in there every day for anybody who wants to partake in it. But Sunday is that day where you can make something up. But today, we wanted to make sure that we made this up because we're following a little bit of a progression. Last week, I'll show you last week too, for those of you who want to know what not CrossFit programming looks like because you don't progress like this. This was last Tuesday's. Every minute for 4, 3 touch and go power cleans at 60 directly into. So for minutes 4 to 8, you got every 30 seconds, 1 power clean at 70. What does it look like on the following week? Right here, this next Tuesday. We're basically doing the exact same thing again. Oh, this is what we ended with last Tuesday. We're starting with it this Tuesday. And then you're going to need to do a rep climbing to a heavy single. Write all that stuff down in the notes so that ideally people are not confused. The weights go heavier, and that's what I'm about to show you guys. Very exciting moment. Probably not as exciting as I think. Probably not exciting at all. But over on this screen right here, there's Alexis. How you doing, Alexis? Just no 40-minute EMOMs. No, not today. 3:30. Time you go to bed. Fitness in the Shadows. Have you read the 5 a.m. Club? That was a book that was circulating the affiliate in probably 2019. Everyone was reading the 5 a.m. Club. And I'm like, I'm going to read this book. I got to see what this book's all about. And nowhere in the book do they ever tell you what time to go to bed. All it says is wake up early, dominate everybody first thing in the day. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Until you remember that most people haven't been told in this book that you should probably go to bed at 9 o'clock. Wake up at 5, go to bed at 9. There's your 8 hours of sleep. What ended up happening for some of the people in my gym is they all got freaking toasted. Going to bed at midnight, waking up at 5 a.m. Fitness in the Shadows, waking up at 3:30 a.m. Yeah, see, you got to go to bed at 8 p.m. Yeah, not getting enough. It's literally, I would go to war with my members. And I'm like, guys, I don't care what this book says. The person who wrote this book is never going to interact with you. They don't care about what's going to happen to you. All they're happy about is that you bought their $20 book, and maybe we'll take some seminar in the future as in a relation to this book. I was like, guys, going to bed at midnight and showing up for the 5 a.m. class it's like smoking cigarettes. It might be worse than smoking cigarettes. You're better off not working out, which is a crazy thing to say. I would tell everybody this. I'm like, hey, if you're not going to sleep at least 6 hours, I don't remember the exact times I would say, but I'm going to sit here right now. I'm going to tell you, if you're not sleeping 6 hours, you're probably better off not working out that day. And if you can't prioritize like your sleep to the degree where then at some point in time you could find some time to go do a 1 mile run, for example, then you got to get your priorities straight. It's also usually how you end up being 500 pounds because that will compound, and every single day you're not sleeping properly. You're not finding 10 minutes to just start running, start walking, 10 minutes to up your heart rate, start sweating, maybe do a set of push-ups here or there. If you can't do all those things, like, you're going to be an unhealthy human. This is what Alexis and I were making up. So I think I just started rolling this thing. Yep, just a camera. And what you're going to see here is, I believe, the final 30 seconds. Yeah, I think it's just the final 30 seconds of this. So there's a quick weight change because that was at the 3:30, right? So from 3:30 to 4, you got to make this weight change. And there's no percentage. Just kind of feel it out. And this is what I like to do with my people on the program. I would literally tell everybody, I would say, on the weekly call that is, and this would stretch all the way back to people in the affiliate, that, hey, what percentage should I be shooting for on this? I'm like, I want you to know. I want you to be confident in it. And if not, we can talk through it and we can learn rep after rep and set after set. All I want you to focus on here is that you have 4 lifts. Yeah, 4 lifts. That was lift number 1. What can you do after those 8 singles? Because it was 8 singles, and then you have a heavier one really quick. You got to load the bar in 30 seconds. I was talking to Alexis in the middle of it. I was looking at the clock. I'm like, All right, one weight's on, 15 seconds. Second weight's on, 3, 2, 1. Go back to the bar and do it. Look at that. Weights based on vibes. Yeah, what's the vibe today? What are we feeling? Every part of me, it's funny you say that, Avery. First thing in the morning, Alexis is like, the vibes are kind of low. I'm like, I don't like that at all. It actually made me want to go heavier on this. Need to buy Alexis more 10-pound weights. What do you mean? Oh, they're hiding inside those weights, right? So this is going to be the next lift. I got 255 on there. She's Alexis is like, do I have to go up? I go, you don't have to go up. And she just said she wanted to move better, which she ended up doing. And as we watched this in hindsight, she goes, damn, that first rep felt way worse. And as you're warming up, I always tell people that too. Like, sometimes it's a good idea to redo a weight because you'll feel better about it. You don't always have to increase the load, especially when it's like build to a heavy clean and jerk, heavy push press, heavy bench press, heavy back squat. Everyone always thinks that every set you have to go heavier and heavier. No, sometimes it's better to move better. Sometimes it's better to feel better about how you move. Sometimes those things are one and the same. So Alexis, in this case, not only did she move it better, which everyone can see, go watch that first rep again, go watch your second rep. She moved it better, but she also felt better about it. Yes, she probably limited the amount of weight she'll be able to lift, but at the end of the day, it's a lifelong thing. It's not about lifting as much as you can today. What is that on that bar? 265? Nothing crazy. Alexis, moving phenomenal back there. Nothing crazy. We're just moving the weights. We're getting the work done. And I think that was the third lift, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because I'm going to finish here at 275, and she's going to finish her lifts at 155, right? 155, correct. And here's the thing about all of this, and something I want to bring up. And I'm going to put something together on the bench press. I'm going to put something together on the bracing. I was with Alexis, and I can't talk her ear off about this enough at this point, but I feel as if I've wasted my entire athletic career not knowing how to properly brace. I've done everything through chronic extension. So the way that I'm pulling the bar off of the floor on these cleans, the way that I'm receiving the bar in the receiving position, while it has a long ways to go, all I'm thinking about here is what's going on with my back and my stomach and my hips in relation to the bar. I'm actually shocked I was able to lift that amount of weight because of how much stuff is going on and how I'm trying to like maneuver in my core as I'm doing these. So that was that. No more. And that's another thing. As we're doing all this stuff, I'll be like on the stream, I'll tell everybody, if I'm peeking around the corner, imagine we're in a worldwide affiliate. I told you got 4 lifts. That's it. Do a lift, do a lift, do a lift, do a lift. Andrew, I missed my last lift. It's like, that's your own damn fault. Live with it, remember it, go to sleep thinking about it. So that tomorrow morning, you're still thinking about it. So that a week later, when we repeat it, all you can think about is how important it is, the intensity and the effort that you have to put into that one lift. Because there's nothing worse than just allowing yourself in practice to miss and miss and miss and teach your body that it's okay. Because then when push comes to shove, what would you have rather had? Prioritizing hitting that lift every single time in practice and then executing on it when you need to, or missing over and over and over again. Which one would you rather have? Put it like that, it's pretty simple. Steve, what's up? When you eventually hit a true 1 rep max and your sporting age is high enough, going above 85% is brutally hard anyway. Yeah, this is a true statement. I can agree with that. So this is all stuff I wanted to talk about. I want to start, as the video said, making things up. We made that up because it's important. Very much like a squat on a Monday. Like if for some reason you miss a Monday squat, whether it be like travel or, I don't know, your kid's recital for something happened to go on during whatever time you generally work out, like just do it on the next day, because there are certain things where they progress. And I think it's important to hit the progressions, or it's important to hit certain workouts. For example, the wall ball workout yesterday. If you missed that, I would suggest you probably do it. Why? Because if you're not doing it, you're probably missing it for some particular reason, like you're being a baby. Make sure you get here we are. What's up? How are you? It took a chronic herniated disc to finally get me to start bracing right. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of people, a lot of things to start doing things the right way, right? Kale made up his scores. A couple of things. Number 1, thanks for being here. Number two, if any of the stuff you're interested in, I do somewhat talks like this. They're not quite as drawn out in relation to particular subjects, but I try to like hot topic hit everything that's happening in the week. So for example, we talked about the wall ball workout on Sunday. We talked about the power cleans on Sunday. This past Sunday, we did it with Sophia. The previous week, we did it with Crystal. I'm trying to like bring in a couple of people from the program to talk through the workouts with everybody. It's a little bit more podcasty. And actually, Sophia is very strong. She's a great athlete. And she was able to give some people maybe a couple of cues from her perspective on the box squat, which is neat. Some stuff that I wouldn't have been able to have said, but yes, can agree with as someone who looks at someone, she's strong. She's got good advice. She gives people advice on the grid team. And if you're interested in any of that stuff, link in the description below. Check out the online program. $30 a month. It's $1 a day. You get all this stuff. Facebook group is getting freaking wild. I feel like I'll go in there and there's just post after post after post. And it's like, I need 3 Andrews to keep up with the Facebook post at this point. Which workout? The wall ball one? Have you not done it yet? This is what I'm talking about. Like, make it up. Do we share our clips to the DMs or to the stories? Story them, because I want to start sharing. You know what you got to do, Jason? Collaborate with the Hillerfit Training account. Do it all. DM it. If you've got it, DM it, post it, collaborate with the Hillerfit Training account. All right. A wall ball workout is greater than how much you can convince yourself that it's not that hard, and then row hard AF. And then basically what's going to happen for everybody outside of maybe Quinn, which is why Quinn is probably as good as he is I would bet that everyone's going to feel as if they probably could have done more on the row, which I think is very important to your fitness in general. I've talked about this on end, like, I think I made a what is CrossFit, and I bucketed into like, you need a clock, you need to follow the diet model. And the third thing is I think there has to be a shame proponent to it, which is really crazy if you think about it, because everyone pushes so hard for everyone to be so calm and comfortable with themselves these days. And shame has this inherently bad undertone to it. But if there were no shame, this is what I do. Imagine if no one had any shame and everyone had way too much shame. I think there should be like, oh, I'm going to feel bad about the fact that I drank too much. Oh, I'm going to feel bad about having eaten a pint of ice cream. Oh, I'm going to feel bad about missing every workout every single day while I know I could have done it. And I think that like it goes even quite acutely as you were sitting on that rower. And let's just say you held on to a 2-minute pace per 500 meters. You're pulling. I think that it's important for you to sit there, like, I got a 4-minute 1K. I know I could have done a 3:56. I know I could have shaved off just a couple of seconds. I know I probably lollygagged the beginning of it, and maybe I could have kicked it in a little bit more towards the back end of it. And I think that there's something about the positive feedback loop where you can take that shame and make it always positive, because what ends up happening at the end of it is you as an organism become better for all of those things. You become the best of anybody in your inner circle at whatever it is you're doing. Sentinel made us do wall balls to a 10-foot as ladies. Oh, yeah. They do that? Dang, Taylor. Making them go to a 10-foot. Today's workout was similar to feeling a 20-minute AMRAP. Yep, that was last Friday's workout. Kipping a real love of being shamed. That's why I post bad scores. That's why the leaderboard's important. Dude, hey, if you're an affiliate owner out there and you don't have a leaderboard, like, I just talked to somebody that I think would actually be beneficial to have talk a little bit long form. It's where I got the idea for Zach. It wasn't Zach, but I'm doing a little bit more of these long form things with people in gyms, because I think that things like this are very important. Gym owners and affiliate owners need to learn that the leaderboard is kind of what we're all about. It's the shame thing, right? If you're not willing to write it on the board or have people talk about it, see it, put yourself out there, like, I just said to somebody that I've never seen a good personal trainer. You know, what I mean by that is like you go to a Lifetime, you go to a Planet Fitness, you go to an Export. And I think I said this on the Zach podcast. And have you guys ever seen a good personal trainer? You're observing them. They're sitting there on their machines. They're chopping it up. They're doing their bicep curls. Maybe they're doing calf raises. And there's really, what's the metric on a calf raise? It's like you're going up 10 pounds a week on a calf raise. It's like you walk on those things all day. Like you are on your calves. I mean, I'm sitting here, so I'm not technically walking on them all day, but you're going upstairs. Maybe you have a bag of dog food and you're going upstairs. You're loading your calves, and like time spent working on your calves either has to be so intense and so hard that the person can't possibly look at you. But when you watch trainers put people through calf workouts, it's like la-di-da-di-da. And I'm like, you might as well just be walking up the stairs. It's a waste of your time. And when it comes to the leaderboard, it's something where you're never going to see a trainer in your conventional gym have something where everybody can look at it. How did your calf workout go today? Because if you're going to tell somebody how your calf workout went, you're like, oh, it was so hard, it killed me. It's different than like showing people analytically how hard it was. Most PTs I have seen are subpar in my experience at best. But the only way that I can describe subpar is through the results that they'll get, because, and that's me. You have person one. What does person one look like in the future? Do they become person 1A? Do they level up? Usually the answer is no. Does a personal trainer get them to show up every single day? That's not a metric that I want to use as whether or not they're successful. Like, oh, we're such best friends. It's so nice that they're just coming in to show up every single day. No, there has to be progress. What are they training for? Training to show up? That's called school. You every Monday through Friday, you go there from 8 to 3 o'clock. That's a school day. It's like, it's just an extension of what you've been doing your whole life, just showing up. It's insanity. I would like for those children in school to be coming out the other end smarter, but attendance is a metric of like how successful schooling is these days. And showing up to a workout because you like your trainer. Oh, I have the best trainer ever. Then why don't you look like it? I'm usually last in our gym's leaderboard, gives me motivation, but I'm also the oldest guy in the box. Reality sucks. How old is the oldest? You look good. I think your arms are good in your profile picture. And it'd be better to be last on the leaderboard, knowing here, telling me and telling everybody that you're last, rather than not having a leaderboard at all. Everybody likes to compete in silence during the WOD. But when we don't like to see it on the leaderboard in the gym, be part of CrossFit because of the competition aspect. Yes, it's the coolest thing about it. That's why movement standards are important, and that's why workouts like Fran were so cool as they were created, because you could just tell your buddy in Europe your Fran time, everyone knew what it meant. It was measurable, observable, and repeatable. 61. That's cool. Hey, the fact that you're not always at the bottom, usually on the bottom is different than always on the bottom, is great for being 61. And when the open rolls around, ideally, you're going to be beating up on all the other 61-year-olds. Okay, that's all I want to talk about. Shame is pressure. Pressure is good. Pressure makes diamonds. Come out the other end of the workout as a diamond. Make good choices on this New Year's Eve. Go to bed early. Wake up. Feel good. Feel fresh. Get a great workout in. Tomorrow's workout of the day for us is Alfred. If you follow the Gotham workouts, you'll know exactly what Alfred is. If not, if you're interested in it, go to the comment section below, the description below, link to sign up for the online program, $1 a day. Thanks for being here, guys. Alcohol is poison. Don't forget it. Anyone who tells you otherwise is just making you worse, and you don't want them as your friend. Bye.